helper. In a garden filled with giant, colorful blooms, Arlo was playing with his toy truck. Suddenly, a low hum filled the air. Arlo froze. He saw a flash of yellow and black stripes and immediately ducked behind a large leaf. To Arlo, bees were scary, pointy monsters. But this was no monster. It was Melita, a bee with fuzzy fur and bright, curious eyes. She wasn't looking for trouble. She was looking for breakfast. She zipped through the air, performing a tiny, wiggly dance before hovering near a bright pink petal. "Please don't sting me," Arlo whispered, peeking out from his hiding spot. Melita landed softly on a flower nearby and looked at him. She didn't look mean at all. In fact, she looked as soft as a tiny sweater. She wiggled her antennae as if to say hello. Melita had a very important job to do. She crawled deep into the center of a daisy, humming a happy tune. She was looking for sweet nectar, which she would turn into delicious honey back at her hive. She was a very busy worker. Arlo crawled closer, his curiosity growing. He noticed that as Melita moved, her fuzzy legs were getting covered in bright yellow dust. "You're getting all messy," Arlo giggled, forgetting to be afraid. He watched her tiny legs kick the yellow dust into little pockets. That yellow dust was pollen. Melita loved it. As she flew from the daisy to a bluebell, the pollen stuck to her fur like magic glitter. She didn't mind the mess. She knew that carrying this dust was the most important secret in the whole garden. Without Melita and her friends, the flowers wouldn't know how to make seeds. By carrying pollen from one flower to another, Melita was helping the garden grow. She was like a tiny, flying gardener, making sure everything stayed green and beautiful. Arlo looked around at the garden. He saw a plump, red strawberry growing near the fence. Melita had visited that strawberry flower weeks ago. Because of her hard work, the flower turned into a sweet snack for Arlo to enjoy. Melita flew over and landed right on Arlo's knee. Arlo stayed very still, but he wasn't shivering anymore. He looked at her delicate wings and her soft, fuzzy stripes. "Thank you for the strawberries, Melita," he whispered. With a final, friendly buzz, Melita took off toward her hive to share her treasures. Arlo waved goodbye, no longer afraid of the tiny hum in the air. He knew that as long as the bees were busy, his garden would always be a magical place to play.